The transformation of a chicken from an egg to a rooster is a remarkable process that showcases the wonders of nature and the creation of life. This journey begins with the fertilization of an egg and progresses through several stages of development. Here's a detailed explanation of the process. 1. Egg formation and fertilization. The process begins within the hen's body. Eggs are formed in the hen's ovary and then travel down the oviduct, where they can be fertilized if the hen has mated with a rooster. A rooster's sperm can fertilize the eggs, resulting in a fertile egg containing the genetic material from both parents. 2. Incubation. Once the egg is laid, it needs warmth to develop. In nature, this is provided by the hen sitting on the eggs, a process called brooding. In controlled environments like hatcheries, eggs are placed in incubators where the temperature and humidity are carefully regulated. The typical incubation period for a chicken egg is about 21 days. During incubation, the fertilized egg develops into an embryo. Here's a brief overview of the stages. Day 1 to 3, the embryo begins to form, starting with the development of the head and heart. The circulatory system also starts to take shape. Day 4 to 7, the major organs begin to develop. By the end of this period, the chick's heart is beating, and its eyes, wings, and legs start forming. Day 8 to 14, the feathers start to form, and the skeleton begins to ossify, harden. The chick also starts moving inside the egg. Day 15 to 21, the chick continues to grow, filling the egg. It absorbs the remaining yolk, which provides nourishment. By the end of this period, the chick is fully developed and prepares to hatch. Hatching. Around the 21st day, the chick is ready to hatch. It uses a special egg tooth, a small, sharp projection on its beak, to break through the eggshell. This process, known as pipping, can take several hours. Once the chick has broken through, it rests for a while before fully emerging from the shell. Post-hatching development. After hatching, the chick dries off and becomes more active. It will rely on the nutrients absorbed from the yolk for the first few days. Chicks are often covered in down feathers, which provide insulation. Growth into a rooster, or hen. As the chick grows, it will gradually develop adult feathers, and its physical features will start to differentiate based on sex. Male chickens, known as roosters, typically develop larger combs and wattles, the fleshy parts on the head and neck, spurs on their legs, and more vibrant plumage compared to females, hens. Roosters also begin to crow as they mature, usually starting around 4 to 5 months of age. This entire process is a testament to the intricate design and wisdom in the creation of life. From a tiny egg, a complex and vibrant creature emerges, each step meticulously orchestrated. This awe-inspiring process reflects the beauty and perfection in nature, often attributed to the divine creation. Certainly. Here's a brief history of the rooster, also known as the male chicken. History of the rooster: origins and domestication. The rooster, or male chicken, is descended from the wild red jungle fowl, Gallus gallus, native to Southeast Asia. The domestication of chickens began over 8,000 years ago in this region. Archaeological evidence suggests that chickens were domesticated in the Indus Valley, present-day Pakistan and northwest India, and later spread to other parts of Asia, Europe, and Africa. Spread across the world. By 1500 BCE, chickens were already known in ancient China, where they were valued for their meat, eggs, and also for use in religious and cultural practices. Chickens spread to Europe and Africa through trade routes and conquests. By the time of the Roman Empire, chickens were common in Europe, where they were bred for both meat and egg production. Cultural significance. The rooster holds significant cultural and symbolic meanings in many cultures. In ancient Rome, the rooster was a symbol of vigilance and was often associated with the god of war, Mars. In many cultures, the rooster is seen as a symbol of dawn and renewal due to its role in crowing at dawn, which is thought to signal the beginning of a new day. Role in agriculture. In agriculture, roosters have historically been used not only for their meat and eggs but also to control flocks of hens. They help protect the flock from predators and establish a hierarchy within the group. Roosters are known for their distinctive crowing, which serves to mark their territory and establish dominance among other chickens. Modern times. In modern agriculture, roosters are less commonly kept for their crowing but are still valued for breeding purposes. The advent of factory farming has led to a more focused approach to chicken production, often separating meat and egg produce. Roosters also continue to hold cultural significance, featuring prominently in various forms of art, literature, and traditions around the world. The rooster's journey from the wild jungle fowl to a globally recognized symbol is a testament to its adaptability and the impact of human cultivation. Its role in agriculture, culture, and symbolism reflects its deep integration into human history and society. Certainly. Here's a brief history of broiler chickens in English. History of broiler chickens. Early domestication. The domestication of chickens began around 8,000 years ago in Southeast Asia, particularly in the regions of India and China. The original wild ancestor of modern chickens is the red jungle fowl, Gallus gallus. Early humans began to domesticate these birds for various purposes, including meat and eggs. Development of broilers. The concept of broiler chickens as we know them today started to take shape in the early 20th century. Before this, chickens were primarily raised for dual purposes, both egg production and meat. However, there was a growing demand for meatier birds. 20th century advances. The modern broiler industry began to develop significantly in the mid-20th century. Advances in selective breeding led to the creation of chickens specifically bred for meat production. These birds were selectively bred to grow faster and produce more meat compared to traditional dual-purpose breeds. Industrialization. In the 1950s and 1960s, the poultry industry saw major changes with the advent of industrial farming practices. Broilers were raised in large, controlled environments, allowing for efficient production. Innovations in nutrition, housing, and management contributed to rapid growth and higher meat yields. Modern broiler industry. Today, broiler chickens are a major component of the global poultry industry. They are bred to reach market weight in a relatively short time, typically around 6 to 7 weeks. The industry is characterized by large-scale operations with advanced technologies for breeding, feeding, and processing. As the industry has grown, there has been increased focus on the health and welfare of broiler chickens. Efforts are being made to improve living conditions, reduce diseases, and ensure humane treatment. This includes research into better housing systems, feeding practices, and health management. Environmental and ethical considerations. With the growth of the broiler industry, there are ongoing discussions about environmental impact and ethical considerations. This includes concerns about resource use, waste management, and the treatment of animals. There are various initiatives aimed at making the industry more sustainable and ethical. The history of broiler chickens reflects advancements in agriculture, technology, and a growing understanding of animal welfare. Today, broilers are a vital source of protein for people around the world, and the industry continues to evolve to meet changing demands and standards. Fighting roosters, commonly referred to as gamecocks, have a history rooted in ancient traditions of cockfighting. The journey from a fighting chick to a full-grown fighting rooster involves several stages of training, breeding, and conditioning. The chick stage. Birth and early development. The journey of a fighting rooster begins from hatching. Gamecock chicks, like any other chicks, are born with a natural instinct for pecking and exploring. During the early days, their primary focus is on basic survival and growth. Initial training. At this stage, chicks are often socialized to ensure they are comfortable around humans and other birds. Some basic training may begin to encourage the development of aggression and fighting instincts, although serious training starts later, the juvenile stage. Growing up. As the chicks grow into juveniles, they undergo significant physical development. Their feathers, muscle structure, and overall strength begin to emerge. This is also when their fighting instincts become more apparent. Socialization and early training. Juvenile gamecocks are gradually introduced to more structured training. This includes controlled interactions with other chickens to stimulate their natural aggression and competitive behavior. They may also begin training exercises to improve their stamina and fighting skills. The adolescent stage. Intensive training. During adolescence, gamecocks undergo rigorous training. This includes physical conditioning exercises to build strength, agility, and endurance. Training methods may involve mock fights, special diets, and various forms of exercise. Skill development. At this stage, roosters are trained in specific fighting techniques. They are often exposed to sparring partners to refine their skills and learn to handle different fighting styles. This period is crucial for developing their reflexes and strategies. The mature rooster stage. Peak condition. By the time gamecocks reach full maturity, they are in peak physical condition. Their muscles are well developed, and their fighting skills are honed. They are typically around 1 to 2 years old when they are considered ready for actual fights. Pre-fight preparation. Mature roosters are carefully prepared for fights. This involves ensuring they are in optimal health, having a balanced diet, and undergoing any last-minute training or conditioning. Their fighting feathers are often groomed, and they may be equipped with special spurs or blades for the fighting. In traditional cockfighting, the rooster's skills are put to the test in controlled matches. These fights are often held in arenas where roosters battle each other, demonstrating the results of their training and conditioning. The outcome of these matches can be highly competitive and is a reflection of the rooster's training and natural abilities. Historical and ethical considerations. Cultural significance. Cockfighting has been a part of various cultures for centuries, often seen as a traditional sport or ritual. However, its practice has been controversial and is illegal in many parts of the world due to animal cruelty concerns. Ethical issues. The ethics of cockfighting are widely debated. Many advocate against the practice due to the harm it inflicts on the animals involved. Modern perspectives on animal rights emphasize humane treatment and discourage activities that cause suffering. The history of fighting roosters is intertwined with both historical traditions and modern ethical considerations. While the training and development of these birds reflect long-standing cultural practice, the evolving attitudes towards animal welfare continue to shape the discourse surrounding cockfighting. Several chicken breeds are well suited for meat production due to their high protein content and growth rates. Here are some of the best breeds for meat production. Broilers. Description: broilers are specifically bred for meat production. They grow rapidly and are typically ready for harvest within 6 to 8 weeks. Protein content: they have high protein levels in their meat, making them ideal for a high-protein diet. Cornish cross. Description: this hybrid breed is a popular choice for commercial meat production due to its excellent growth rate and feed conversion efficiency. Protein content: Cornish cross chickens have a high muscle mass, resulting in meat with a high protein content. Red Ranger. Description: known for their efficient growth and good feed conversion, Red Rangers are another breed commonly used for meat. Protein content: their meat is high in protein, and they are typically ready for market in about 8 to 10 weeks. Jersey Giant. Description: developed in the early 20th century, Jersey Giants were bred to replace turkeys in meat production. They are slower to mature but grow to a very large size. Protein content: they produce a substantial amount of meat with high protein levels. Bresse. Description: a French breed renowned for its high-quality meat and distinctive flavor. They are slower growing compared to broilers but are valued for their superior meat quality. Protein content: Bresse chickens have a higher protein content in their meat and are prized for their gourmet qualities. These breeds are optimized for meat production and offer high protein content. making them suitable for those seeking poultry with substantial protein levels.